Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Miss Lily English. I'm Lily, and I'm so happy to have you here with us today. The weather is beautiful, the air feels fresh, and my mood is absolutely amazing. How about you, Jason? How are you doing today?
I'm doing great, Lily. Maybe not as energetic as you. No one can be that level of sunshine. But I'm feeling pretty wonderful. It's always a good day when we get to talk with our listeners.
Oh, that's sweet. And yes, to all our lovely learners out there, thank you for joining us again. If you enjoy practicing English with us, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. It keeps our little English family growing.
And gives Lily more energy. I swear that every new subscriber adds 10% to her happiness bar.
Honestly, maybe 15%. Anyway, Jason, I promised you today that I would tell you the funniest thing that happened to me this week. And trust me, it was ridiculous.
Oh no. Whenever you start with ridiculous, I know it's going to be good. What happened?
Well, last Saturday, I decided to clean my living room. You know how cleaning starts small? Just a little dust here, a little vacuuming there, but suddenly you're moving furniture like you're a superhero?
Yes, I call it accidental spring cleaning. It starts with one sock on the floor and somehow ends with you reorganizing your entire life.
Exactly. So I moved my couch to clean behind it, and I saw a tiny spider. Not a huge spider, not a scary spider, just a tiny little dude minding his business. But I panicked anyway.
Naturally, that tiny little dude probably had big ambitions.
So I grabbed a plastic container to catch him. Simple, right? I covered him with the container and felt proud of myself until I realized something.
I'm afraid to ask.
The container was transparent, and I had forgotten to close the window.
Oh no.
Yes! The wind blew, the container slid, the spider escaped, and I screamed like someone stole my paycheck.
I'm imagining it. You, standing there, a plastic container in one hand, yelling into the universe while a spider casually walks away.
Oh, it gets better. My neighbor heard me scream and thought something horrible happened. He rushed over and said, "Lily, are you okay?" And I had to look him in the eyes and say, "Yes, I just lost a spider."
That is the most dramatic sentence I've heard all week.
He laughed for 5 minutes. 5! And then he asked, "Do you want me to help you find it?" Jason, imagine 2 adults crawling on the floor, searching for a spider that probably left the house already.
Honestly, that sounds like a great bonding activity.
I guess. But the embarrassing part is we never found the spider. And now every time I sit on my couch, I feel like he's watching me.
Maybe he's your new roommate. Maybe he pays rent and good luck.
I hope so. Anyway, that was my Saturday adventure. What about you, Jason? Did anything chaotic happen to you this week?
Oh, yes. Mine is less about chaos and more about clumsiness.
Oh, good. Those are my favorite stories from you.
So, you know how every Tuesday I make smoothies in the morning?
Yes, you're very proud of your healthy routine.
I am. Well, last Tuesday, I tried a new recipe. Banana, yogurt, strawberries, and a little cocoa powder. Sounds harmless, right?
So far, yes.
I put everything into the blender, and I pressed the button. Except the lid wasn't on properly.
Jason! No!
Yes! The blender exploded. Smoothie everywhere. On the counter, on the walls, on me. I looked like a dessert.
I'm crying. I'm actually crying. What did you do?
I froze. I stood there, covered in pink smoothie, thinking, this is how my life ends.
Dramatic, but understandable.
I finally cleaned everything, but the worst part was that I had to go to work. And guess what?
Oh no. there's more.
There was still cocoa powder in my hair. I didn't see it. My coworker walked in and said, "Jason, why do you have chocolate sprinkles on your head?"
I can't breathe.
It was a proud moment, truly.
Jason, between my spider and your smoothie explosion, I think we could start our own comedy show.
Honestly, the universe gives us enough material.
But you know, these silly moments actually help with English learning. When something funny happens, you remember the words better. I think that's why our listeners enjoy these stories.
Absolutely. And I like that we can laugh at ourselves. Life is easier when you do.
Very true. And speaking of stories, I still have another one for later, but I'm saving it. It's even funnier.
Oh, great. Should I be scared?
Maybe. Just a little. But before that, let's give our listeners a quick reminder. Don't just memorize vocabulary lists. Try talking about your real life, even the silly parts. It helps more than you think.
Yes, tell your own stories. Even if your story includes losing a spider or becoming a human smoothie.
I feel so seen.
As you should. And with that, I think this is a good moment for a tiny pause in our conversation. I'm excited to hear what you have for the next part.
So, Jason, earlier I told you I still had another funny story for today. And trust me, this one is even more ridiculous than the spider situation.
Oh no, if it's more ridiculous than chasing an invisible spider with your neighbor, I'm already worried. What happened this time?
It happened at work. Everything started completely normal. I came in early, made my tea, opened my laptop, and then suddenly the office printer made the loudest noise I've ever heard.
The printer? Those things always sound like they're fighting for their lives.
Exactly. But this time it made a huge clunk sound. I went to check, and inside, someone had accidentally printed a 200-page document on sticky notes.
I'm sorry, sticky notes? The little square ones?
Yes, the printer was trying to eat them like potato chips. They were everywhere. Yellow squares popping out like confetti.
That sounds like a celebration gone wrong.
It looked like the printer was having a nervous breakdown. And guess who had to fix it?
Oh no. You?
Yes, I opened the tray and a wave of sticky notes fell out. It looked like a storm of tiny yellow butterflies.
Honestly, I would pay money to see that.
My boss walked by and said, "Lily, are you starting an art project?" And I could only say, yes, a modern masterpiece called Printer Panic.
Very artistic, very deep.
We spent 10 minutes pulling sticky notes out one by one. At the end, the printer worked again, but it made a sad sound, like it lost part of its soul.
Poor printer. It wasn't ready for that kind of emotional damage.
After that chaos, everyone kept bringing jokes like, "Do you think the sticky note ghost will print again?" It was silly, but honestly fun.
I love that your stories always include accidental disasters.
That's not my fault. Life just chooses me. Speaking of disasters, Jason, didn't you tell me you had a confusing moment this week too?
Yes, I did. And it might be the most embarrassing moment of my month.
Great. I'm ready to laugh.
So, I went to the park for a walk, and I saw someone sitting on a bench, wearing the exact same jacket as my cousin Tom. Same color, same hood, same everything.
Uh-oh, I feel the chaos coming.
I walked up behind him, tapped his shoulder, and said, "Tom, I've been calling you all morning. Why didn't you answer your phone?" The man turned around, and he was definitely not Tom.
Oh no.
Worse, he had the calmest, most serious face. He looked at me and said, "I think you have the wrong universe."
What? He said that?
Yes, and he didn't smile. Not even for a second.
Jason, how did you survive? I would melt into the ground.
I wanted to. I apologized like 5 times, and he just nodded once and continued reading his book like nothing happened.
That man has main character energy.
After that, I checked every person's face before talking to them. I even checked a dog's face once, just in case.
A dog? Jason!
I was traumatized, Lily, traumatized.
Honestly, though, situations like that happen to everyone. We get confused, we make mistakes, and then later they become funny stories.
True, and they make good English practice. Lots of useful vocabulary, confusion, embarrassment, panic, emotional printer breakdown.
Yes, that's why I always tell learners, don't worry about mistakes. Mistakes become stories, and stories make memories.
And memories help you remember vocabulary longer.
Exactly. When you laugh, you learn. And today's stories were definitely educational.
Very educational. I now know that printers don't like sticky notes, and strangers in parks don't appreciate surprise conversations.
Both valuable lessons for life.
Indeed.
And to our wonderful listeners, thank you for spending these silly moments with us. Whether your week was calm or chaotic, remember you can always turn your experiences into English practice. Even a tiny moment can help you improve.
Yes, just talk about your day, your friends, your mistakes. Everything counts.
And we love hearing your stories as well. So if you've had a funny misunderstanding or a strange moment this week, feel free to share it in the comments.
We always read them, and they truly make our day.
Jason, I think it's time for our goodbye. A simple one today, short and sweet.
Good idea. Let's keep it friendly and warm.
To everyone listening, thank you for spending time with us. Keep practicing, keep smiling, and take good care of yourself. See you in the next episode.
And for me, thanks for joining us today. Have a wonderful week ahead. Goodbye for now.